Welcome everybody. We are back again and we're continuing on with Frankie, and we are covering, we did the mouth plate in the last video, gluing it in place. So now what we're going to do is we've got all this fleece that we need to tack down properly and to cover these bumps and to make sure we smooth it out and get as little sewing areas that we have to deal with. So what we're going to do is, for this procedure, you need Super 77 by 3M. You buy it in the can. There's different numbers. 77 is the one you need to get. Okay, Super 77 3M. It's a lot of money, but you don't need a lot. You know, the can goes quite a long ways. So don't panic over the price and think you can only make one. It comes with two different knobs for the top. A white one that usually comes with the can already placed in, and a red one. I like the red one because it has a smaller area. It covers about an inch at a time. Because this stuff has a tendency of getting everywhere, and it's glue and it sticks to everything. And
there's some questions about if other brands will work, like the Elmer's brand or something. For myself, I've found that the Super 77 is the best.
yes,
You're best just to stick with that brand.
I agree, and it's pretty, it's pretty commonly used. So stick with this and switch it out with the red tab. They come in the cap, and there's the white one that came with the can. I switched them out, and yes, it's a 3M product, absolutely. So there you go, and we need the trusty old glue gun as well to tack down areas that will put up with more stress. And so these are the two items that you will need during this procedure. Now I'm going to show you or give you an idea how to do it. There are different ways to do this, again, like everything, but I'm going to show you a way that's pretty commonly used, and hopefully you'll learn. Now some parts I'll have to do away from the camera because of the spray glue. I don't want it to get, it really sprays. And you should, using the Super 77, either wear a mask or open a window, which I'm going to do right now, because it stinks and it's very unhealthy. And I'm going to open it and make sure there's good ventilation going on, or whatever. So, or wear a mask and gloves. So here we go. Now the key to this, once again, which I stressed during the mouth plate, is to not have the glue bleed through. And that's the key. You do not want watermarks on the face of your puppet. It will ruin it. And you'll be disappointed and possibly have to start over. So I'm going to look for key stress areas on this puppet. And the stress areas will be the eyebrows. So I'm going to glue gun those down. I'm going to put some glue all the way around here and glue it over top as well. I'm going to spray a bit in between and in areas where I don't glue gun it down, and that's what I'm going to do for the head to cover it. Okay. So I'm going to be adding glue. And you gotta add a generous amount of glue. You know, not too much, but a generous amount. Kind of hard to say. I know it doesn't make, sounds like I'm saying two things at once. So I'm going to put it all the way around the eyebrows, on the bottom where the foam attaches to the other piece of foam. So I got to hurry a little bit because of the amount of time that I have before the glue goes hard. Okay, so I'm going to now lay it over, and I'm going to start playing with the fleece and get out, because I've got to figure out where a seam's going to be, and there's going to be a seam usually up the middle of your puppet. Now I'm gently tapping, so here we go. I'm gently tapping where I've glued it, and you can kind of start feeling it. And this is probably a good time not to be using gloves right now, because you want to feel the heat, because you know then that you've got the and you don't want to press too hard. You just want it enough for the glue, and then just gently keep tapping it down and get every area that you can. And all this excess stuff is going to go away.
One of the chatters in the room were asking about kind of what a stress area would be, and I was trying to explain it via typing, but maybe easier to explain it. It's like, you notice he's pushing it up into the eyes. He wants to make sure that that foam gets up into the eyes and stays there. If you use the spray glue, it'd be more likely to pull away from up there, because you're forcing the fabric up in there, someplace where it's maybe doesn't want to lay naturally.
Yeah.
Is that maybe a good explanation, Dale?
That's right. And it just causes, yeah, that's exactly it. And you want it to really take the shape of your, you know, your details, right? This is where all your details are right here in the front of the face. Now I'm having...
He was explaining over the head, the bumpiness and the stuff on the headpiece that he's going to be covering. He wasn't worried because the fleece would smooth out over it.
Yeah.
In this case, he doesn't want the fleece to smooth out over it. He wants it to follow that shape.
That's right, exactly. I'll show you. See how the eyebrows are taking shape? I can still feel that the glue is hot. So I'm still working it in without pressing too hard. And I've got a seam that's going to run up. There's just no way around it. But I got a seam right here that I'm going to be cutting that out and then sewing close to that, right close to the head. So I'm still, like I said, just patting away, reinforcing. Now I've done something pretty tricky on this one. Right in the middle here, I have that indent for the eyebrows. I'm hoping through sewing, I'll be able to capture that indent still. Again, sometimes when you're creating puppets from scratch with no pattern, you always run into the chance of there's always going to be something that brings on a new challenge in the process of making these, and that's definitely one challenge that I'm going to have to meet. For some reason, the glue is not wanting to take, so I'm going to have to add more glue. I don't know, there's one area it just does not want to stick.
Lace is asking if you should use hot glue when you're gluing to the eyebrows that you created to make sure it's solid.
What do you mean? I don't understand that.
Well, I think he's asking if... So I'm trying to figure out also exactly what he's asking. I don't think it's to keep the shape. Yeah, he's using the hot glue to keep the shape of what he carved out of the glue by pushing it up into there. Yes. But I don't believe he's going to use glue gun over the top of it, but just up in there to get